Okay, I'll repeat this once more, that why have we discussed get element by ID. I'll repeat once more because the coding is in front of you. Well, I made a function display me. Within this function I have a code block, okay, and this says go to my document or HTML document, whatever document talking about, get an element by its ID, which is me. It will go to the HTML document and see, do I have any ID by the name of me? Obviously you cannot have two IDs of the same name identification, and if you do so, the one that comes first from top to bottom will be dealt with first if you make a mistake. Okay, dot inner HTML simply means that you have to find this ID within HTML tag, within HTML coding, and whatever you do should be assigned the following thing. Remember we discussed single equal to, double equal to, and triple equal to. We did talk about single equal to means that you are assigning, double equal to means we are comparing, and triple equal to means we are strictly comparing. Please always keep these 3 points in mind. They're really important. Okay. So I want to assign this to this. So I have H1. H1 has an ID this and this. And lastly I have a button. And on click I'm doing this. So here we go. When I click on this, it will change the text. Right? Very important feature. We will look into it again on Tuesday in more detail with more examples. Okay. For right now I think so I can stop with this. Next I will discuss is string manipulation before I discuss functions today. Okay, let's stick with this basic one. You know what strings are? Strings, your name 1 2 3, okay, alphanumeric, we call them strings. We have 256 different characters that we can enter: alphabets, lowercase, uppercase, symbols, numbers 0 to 9. These are all strings. So we'll learn two things today. We'll learn string manipulation and we'll learn arrays. You remember what a variable was? What was variable? How would you define and explain a variable? Container, exactly. So, okay, here you go. Let's talk about strings. I will directly open it from here. Index. Okay. We will directly view it from here. Okay. Abhi ye kya karo? Just save it on the desktop and directly open it from there. Okay. Don't totally depend on this. What you see is what you get. String. I can use concatenate. I can use dot character add. We will talk about font color, font size, index of, last index of, length, link, small, substring, and substr, and sup, 2 lowercase, 2 uppercase. That's it. हमने ये discuss करने हैं. Remaining हमने discuss नहीं करनी. Okay. Let's talk about character add. Let me write over here 3 again. Okay. A. Let me save it. Why do I get S? So in this case I am getting S. Let me change this to 2. I am getting T. Can you see? Why am I getting T? Basically, index means this is 0 index, 0, 1, 2, 3. आपके programming languages में when you talk about strings and arrays, indexing 0 से start होती है. Remember we talked about color codes in O level when we talked about 0 to 255 color codes of RGB, और हमने बताते थे हम 256 consider करते हैं. So basically वहाँ भी 0 से start होता है. Everywhere to start from 0. So L over here is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So when I say tell me which character do you have in your second index number, it always tells me I have over here is E. If I say what if I want to get T? What if I want to get this t? So this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check. Let's make it 5. I get t. Okay. If I say obviously 6, I should get a. Okay. So this confirms the point. It starts from 0. And remember one thing, all the methods that you will use, unka color light gray ho jayega. For example, instead of this, if I type a small, it turns into black color. So your all methods are in camel case. And you know what camel case is? That the initial word is small and the rest of the words that come afterwards always start with a sentence case, a capital case. Okay? Like background color. Background is one word. So color will ka C capital hoga. So always remember this is all camel case. Although the library comes along, मगर ये बातें आपको पता होनी चाहिए, theoretical में question आ सकता है. P3 के पेपर में अब examiner ने अब questions दे रहा है, पहले वक्त दिए थे of JavaScript. It gives you the code and tells you what is the error in the code. 5 marks a question. I know it's unfair, but yes, this happens. So theoretical part also comes in your theory. This is why, frankly speaking, if you talk about how much portion of practical you have in the syllabus, I would rather say 65% is practical, because in your theory you get around 20 to 25 marks of practical questions over there as well. They will ask you about the difference between DBMS, RDBMS, the difference between bitmap and vector based are topical. They'll talk about explain what is meant by frames, what is meant by motion cloning, what is meant by motion guide layer, explain in terms of this. So whatever we do in practical, please have a good reasoning for it. Acha, let's keep on talking about more. So character की समझ आ गई और क्या सवाल आया था? Let's talk about A. What is A? Okay, right. Okay. Index of. Let's discuss index of. What do you think so index of will be? Sorry. Yes. What will be index of? What does it mean index of? 1. मैंने E लिखा है वो 1 कह रहा है, बिल्कुल सही कह रहा है. Index of 1 क्यों कह रहा है? Index of what is the index number of E? It's 0, 1. What is the index number of L? 0. What is the index number of whatever you want to say? Okay.
So if you write D, it's going to tell us what the question.
I even wrote space. Do you see space? It gave me 4 because space over here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first what we did was character add. We provided a character and we wanted to know what was exactly. And now we're doing the opposite thing. So we have over here is index of. Are you question?
If you write D, is it going to tell us what the question?
The first one. No. Okay. This is why you have over here. Look at this. Your question was very valid. That's why I'll explain you. There's last index of as well. Last index of will do what? Let's save and see. Now it's giving me 15 because now it's giving me the position of this one, this space. So last index of starts from here, from the right hand side, just like the mid and the right function you have in Excel. So you want to start from here, you want to start from here. Now your question will be, what if I want to deal with something in the middle? Well, that would be a bit more complicated because we have to use loops for that. Okay? You get the point? Is it clear? Okay. Let's talk about more. Yes, beta. Read out कर लेते हैं. You tell me what do you expect output will be. इसकी पोजीशन आएगा. इसकी बताएगा ना. So which is 9. Count करोगे तो ये because space is a character. We know that ना. Space is a character. Okay. Null value is not a character. Null value is null value. Okay. Right. Let's talk about more. So before I discuss others, मैं नीचे वाले पहले डिस्कस कर लूँ, ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. सब str and substring, इनका यूज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्लीज लिसन केयरफुली. What substring and what is as sub str? Very important. Substring अगर मैं यूज करता हूँ, and if I say substring 2,4, let's see what do we get. Why is it giving me that? One. It's not one, sorry, it's B की बात की है ना, it's giving me L. Let me make it A. It's giving me TS. TS. Substring का मतलब क्या है? String, substring. You are taking out a part of a string, just like your mid function. Okay? I just told you, it's a data manipulation में we work with strings. यहाँ हम अब string manipulation कर रहे हैं. We want to take out different parts of a string and work with it. Okay? Why are we doing this? You know why? Because let's say if we want to validate or please select a country, but the country that you select should start with P. Obviously, it's a very absurd question, but it could be. Because if you want to restrict the data entry, starting with something, ending with something, how would you do that? We will be using this. Okay, we'll talk about later on किस तरह करेंगे. So, A dot substring 2,4 basically means, let's have a look. 0, 1, 2. T आ गया. Then we have 2, 3, and 4. So this is why it will show us TS. You get the point? But no, there is something more important this. मैं इसको change कर देता हूँ into 1, 3. What do you expect the output will be? TT. You know the reason why? क्योंकि 1, 3 का मतलब ये है 0, 1 T आएगा, 2 T आएगा, 3 S नहीं आएगा, because 3 जो हम लिख रहे हैं it's not inclusive. It's not like your Excel mid function जिसमें हम लिखते थे A2, 2, 4 and 4 was inclusive. यहाँ inclusive नहीं है, please ज़हन में बात. Okay? So 1, 2 will come, third will not be inclusive. Is this clear? This is how substring basically works. You can extract any part from any part. Okay? Is this clear? So how is it working? It starts from 0, 1. So 1, 2, 3. यहाँ से पहले तक 1 से और 3 से पहले तक एक्स्ट्रा आपको शो कराया था. This was substring. Why am I repeating again? Okay, the next function I am discussing with you, which is quite the same, but usually creates a confusion with students. It is your sub str, which says this. If I use the same thing, substring की जगह sub str use करता हूँ, let's see हमारा output क्या होता है. अब ETS आ रहा है. अब ETS क्यों आ रहा है? Because substring कहता है start from the first one, first, second, third मुझे display करा दो. This means 3 over here is actually not the index number of. It's not the index number. It means you need to extract 3 characters after first one. If I write over here 1, 8, it will display me E के बाद 8 characters. If I write 1, 13, it will display me 1 के बाद 13 characters. Are you getting my point? If I use substring, it's different. So you get the point, the difference between substring and a substr. There's a tiny difference, but it can make a lot of difference in some questions. Please let me know you got the point or not. I repeat again, your substring extracts till the index number of, which means 1, 3 means start from 1 and 1, 2, 3 से पहले तक. But in case of substr का मतलब होता है 1 0 1 से स्टार्ट करें, उसके बाद 1 2 3 1 2 3 अगले 3 को एक्सट्रैक्ट करें. If I write 10, it means 1 से अगले 10 को एक्सट्रैक्ट करें. So 10 3 and as sub str represents how many characters you will be extracting, how many you want to take out. Is it clear? ये सबसे important है आपके CIs के लिए. In case of that. Okay. Then you have others. बाकी they're quite basic. इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. I could use a dot link. I could type over here is HTTP. File save. It will create this link, okay, and it will open up that particular website. So a dot link creates a link, right? It's again an important thing you should be aware of. Okay, I'm not discussing all the methods. They're not in your syllabus. Obviously, Java में बहुत कुछ. It's an ocean. There's a limited portion we have to discuss of. मगर we will come out of the syllabus in A2. थोड़ा beyond करेंगे. I'll stick to the syllabus in A1. Okay, clear? Right. If there will be more, I'll discuss more because I want to discuss with you is arrays as well. Let me give you an example of arrays. Let's say I can declare an array and I could write over here different things. I could write over here is right over here is Lagos. Lagos is a city, but still I'll write it. I'll write over here is right. Then I'll declare another one. People from different countries. Okay. Now basically what am I talking about? We are talking about arrays. If you can recall your previous concepts of IT, do you remember something? Exactly. But usse pehle, let me talk about something more. Do you remember when did we use your simple conventional brackets? We always use them for functions. You do remember okay, why do we use these? We always use them for scripting, CSS, Java scripting, CJ scripting, PHP. We always use these for, if you can recall, for our databases. Yes or no? We will never use this for scripting. We will never use this for databases. We will never use this for database scripting. There are rules that we have to follow. So, if this represents databases, this means what I am doing today is I am defining a much larger container, that can hold small containers within it. We call them arrays. A variable is a small container. I want a large container where I can store thousands, 2,000 different values, and these values are what? Comma separated values. Do you see their CSV files? I could paste them in. So, इनको हम arrays कहते हैं. And arrays को define करने का तरीका है, वो है you use these square brackets, and between them double quotes में you have your values. Now, why are we discussing this? This could be used in many places. So we will learn bit of your array manipulation today. Why arrays are used? Array पता है कहाँ use होंगे? When you have to validate countries and different stuff like that, different hobbies, different product names, जो उनको validation करना पड़ेगा, then we will use arrays for that. Same way, I will use is document dot write, or let's say a dot I will use over here is concat b save it, and not this one. What do I get? I get both of these joined together. Concat. Yes or no? Okay, I could use this method, concatenate. I could use is a dot sort, which will obviously do is it will sort this in an order. I could use is a dot reverse, that will reverse the order whatever it was in. I could use is works now. अभी हमने किया था ना sort, तो ascending order होता है. If I do a dot reverse dot sort, what will happen? You get the point? Okay. So I could have is a dot length now length is not a method, it's a property. So it will tell me how many values I have in my CSV file. I have 5 values. Okay. वैसे if you want to remember कि कौन-कौन से methods हमने करने हैं, हमारे syllabus में क्या है, you come to my website, come to A level IT activities, programming, and over here I have to refresh the page. You will see JavaScript method list. So this is the extreme, all the method list जो आपको maximum पता होनी चाहिए. मैं सारों, I'm not discussing all of them today. We will gradually discuss most of them in A1. हम इसकी discussion अगले Friday खत्म कर लेंगे. We'll finish this on Friday, okay? So this is what you have to do. Oh nonsense. Sure. Acha, reserved keyword, please remember this. One of the students was doing this mistake. You have reserved keywords. You can't use words. You can't make methods. You can't make functions using this. You can't make a function name as finally. You'll waste time. वो काम ही नहीं करेगा. When you have so many other names that you could use, why not to use those? So reserved keywords is something really important. Please keep in mind. You get the point. Acha, one thing very important. Do you know the difference between methods and functions now? Yeah. Let me talk about it. What is the difference between methods and functions? After all this discussion, what did you figure out? I discussed multiple methods over here today. We are still discussing more. Yes. Excellent. Very good. Very good. बिल्कुल बात सही कह रही है. Functions होते हैं ना, but the concept of functions in Java is a bit different. It means you can define your own function. You can name it like Tukamangaphobia, whatever you want. Any function. Not the reserved keywords, please. उसके अलावा आप कोई भी function बना सकते हैं अपनी मर्जी का. Methods are predefined. ये list किसकी आ रही है? Methods की. जो length था ना, जिसके आगे bracket नहीं था, उसको property कहते हैं. There are very few properties. 2-3 properties हैं सिर्फ. Okay. अभी आज सिर्फ अपने dot length एक property discuss किया. But we have discussed multiple methods. So methods are built-in. Functions are user-defined in simple words. You get the point? Okay. The concept of functions in Excel, in Access, is differently defined. Where functions are basically system defined. If I talk about max function, so it will give you the maximum value in Excel, but it's a function. It's not a method over there because it's not a programming language. When you come into programming language, your methodology, your concepts change a bit. Okay, right. We will continue with this. I just want to discuss the loops and then we stop. Okay. Huh? We have just discussed today. We start with string manipulation, get element by ID, and arrays. 3 topics.
5 minutes as well. Sir, 5 minute break.
3 topics are enough for a day?
Yes.